0808, runway 10, clear down.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? We're back at it in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and this is one I am really looking forward to. We're going to be flying the River Visual Approach into Reagan National in Washington, D.C. today. And you know, as far as visual approaches, that is one that is, I would think, is pretty well known and somewhat of a challenge too, a little bit. So that's one I'm looking forward to. We're currently in Pittsburgh. We'll be flying from Pittsburgh down to Reagan in the Citation CJ4 with the Working Title Mod. This is absolutely my favorite jet fly-in sim right now. It's a good, fun plane to fly. The mod is absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of flexibility in this plane too, as far as like picking locations to go to. So we're currently taxiing to 28 Center. We'll make our departure from there. Winds are 260 at 3, so nothing major at all. Winds are calm in Reagan National right now. And we'll be landing on 19. 19 is for the River Visual Approach. So it should be a really nice trip. It's clear weather the entire way. And we'll be flying to Pittsburgh 5, standard instrument departure, direct Morgantown VOR, and then for our arrival into Reagan National, we'll be flying to Freedom 5 with the Bucko transition. And that is a very, there's a lot of stuff to that arrival. And the cool thing about it is it'll take us directly over Dulles International at 8,000 feet. So we'll get a good view of Dulles going into town there. And this is like the umpteenth millionth time that I've done this video today. I've had so many problems with it. I couldn't even begin to tell you, like, anything that could have possibly gone wrong has gone wrong, from audio issues to sim issues to whatever it could throw at me, it's done it. I'm hoping, it is now 10:30 at night, I'm hoping I finally get this thing done, because I've been trying like multiple times today. We'll see. Alright, we're going to pull up here to the whole short, and we'll stop for just a second and get a few things, a few loose ends taken care of, and then we'll be set to depart. Alright, set park and brake, hop back in the plane, get our view up. There we go, well, a little bit down, there we go. Alright, let's get taxi light off, landing lights on, nav, strobe, seatbelts, safety.
May I have your attention, please?
Flight director is on, a flight level change is on. We got our speed set at 240 to climb out. Our initial climb is to 15,000 feet. Let's go ahead and set our altimeter, there we go, that's good. And get some takeoff flaps. We won't worry about yaw damper until we get wheels up and are climbing out. And I think we're set with everything. Let's make sure we got takeoff flaps. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and get heat here. There we go. All right, got that going. Okay, I think we're good. It's clear on the arrival, so no one's coming in to land. Let's go ahead and knock the brakes off, open the throttle. And we're just going to do a rolling takeoff. We're going to get on the runway and just go with it. Hurry up and get out of Dodge. Maybe we'll get this trip done today, because like I said, it's one I really wanted to do, and it just has not wanted to cooperate today whatsoever. Part of it was my fault. The first time was my fault, because when I do a live stream, I have to make changes to my audio for it. But when I do videos, I like to split the audio into different channels so I can edit them separately and all that stuff. All right, let's line up, full throttle. So I forgot to split them for the first attempt at this video today. And, I can't pull them back apart once they're combined. All right, coming up on V1 and VR. There we go, and V2, we're up. There you go. Well, she wants to climb. There we go. All right. Gear up. Pause rate climb. Flaps up. And we're climbing through 1,400 feet. We'll just hand fly it for a bit. It's a little bit bumpy. That's for sure. A little bit bumpy here. Very nice. Very beautiful, beautiful countryside around here for sure. Very, very nice. All right, through 200 knots. This plane climbs out like a little rocket. I just can't say enough how much fun it is to fly. And it offers a lot of flexibility as far as like flying between points that may not be served by an A320 if you want to kind of fly it legit, or, you know, certain route combinations may not have larger aircraft. But you could just about always count on a private job like a Citation going between them. All right, coming up on 240 knots, pull power back a little bit. You just about always count on a private job as long as the the airfield can accommodate the plane as far as landing and taking off. Wow, getting bumped around a lot. Definitely bumpy. All right, through 5,000 feet. Let's go ahead and we'll hit the autopilot. Yaw damper first, actually, and now the autopilot. There we go. Now we hit it. That's the only thing I hate about, you know, manipulating buttons and things like that in the sim is sometimes you don't always get them, or sometimes, you know, it's a hassle, but we're good there. All right, fixing to climb through 10,000 feet here in just a second. We'll take care of a few things once we get through that. We'll also cycle through our display here. Format button there will take us to PPOS. And let's go ahead and hit nav and start turning on course. Let the plane do that. And I want to zoom us out a tad too. So what we're going to do is hit PFD menu, and then we'll cycle through to range. There we go. And then we'll zoom that out to like 40 should be good, and then we'll hit escape, and there we go. All right, we're heading direct Morgantown, 59 nautical miles out, looking for flight level 310. Any other plane, you probably couldn't do that because we'll basically be going up to 310 and then right back down, but in the Citation, we can do that no problem. All right, let's get landing lights off, seat belt and safety off. Good there. And we need to continue our climb on up to 310. Let's keep going. There we go, 310 set. Coming up on 15,000. And we need to pull our speed back. Per the SOP, we'll climb out at 240. There we go. All right, good there. This is a quick trip. It's actually only 17 minutes direct in the Citation. But when you fly the standard instrument departure and the standard arrival, it adds another 17 minutes, or actually 18 minutes. Makes it about a 35-minute trip, give or take. So it basically doubles it, but it's a really cool trip either way. And there's Pittsburgh down below us. You can see it. Plain as day. That's crazy. We just took off from there. We're already coming up on 20,000 feet, flying by the field on course. Really cool. This plane really performs well, and even better is now that they've done the mods to it. Beautiful, beautiful countryside and weather. Look at that. Just absolutely spectacular. Not a cloud in the sky. Hop back in the plane. Through 18,000, so we'll do standard pressure, 902. There we go. Got that set, and all we have to do is just sit back and enjoy the view. Now this arrival, the Freedom 5, is what we have to look at here. And it is most definitely a busy approach. Has a lot of stuff going on, a lot of waypoints. And really kind of keeps you on your toes. We'll get this opened up on the other monitor here, and let's rotate it and zoom it in. There we go. All right, first points, Bucko at flight level 310. That's what we're looking for. Now we're turning on course. And we'll keep going with it until we get to Bucko. And then we'll start talking about our arrival. All right, we're currently about 25 nautical miles outside of Morgantown. We're leveling out at flight level 310. We'll let the speed get up to about 280-ish. And then we'll cruise along to Bucko and then begin our descent. So on the Freedom 5 arrival, a lot of waypoints on this thing. It's one of the busier ones I've flown, honestly, for the amount of distance that you cover. But it's really cool, really cool. So our first waypoint is Bucko, next one is Duran, next one after that is Honor, then Bravery, Courage, Pledge, We Will Never Forget September 11th, always. So that is really, really cool. And then the next half of it will be Freedom, Stand Together. And then finally, we'll wrap that up, Fergie. So there you go. It's a lot of altitude constraints and speed constraints assigned to that as well. So right now, all we have to worry about is doing flight level 310 through Morgantown to Bucko. Then after Bucko, we'll start our descent and we'll start going into that. All right, we're passing by Morgantown, heading direct Bucko. Bucko is 18 nautical miles out. Beautiful crystal clear day, but we are getting bumped around a little bit. It's a little choppy up here for sure. That doesn't seem to be too uncommon for like really, really super crystal clear days. Seems like they're really bumpy. But like I said, we'll do Bucko at 310, and then Duran we have to do is between 270 and 310. We're going to shoot for the bottom of all these. I prefer to go for the bottom number when able. So Duran will do 270, Honor will do 240, have to be at 280 knots. Bravery at 220, Courage at 200, 280. Pledge at 15,280. We Will 14K, Never at 12K, Forget 11K 250, September 11th 10K at 250, always at 10,000, and then we'll cover the next part of it in a bit. So this is going to go by really fast, I'll be honest. I mean, I know by all means, I'm not a real life pilot. Don't claim to be, don't give instructions, none of that stuff. This is just purely for enjoyment. And, if you can learn something a little bit out of this, great. A lot of times I learn stuff too. So, it's all for fun. But I can tell you now, for me, this is a task-saturated arrival almost. I'm not sure if VNAV works on this plane. I haven't tried it. I don't want to try it because I don't want to goof anything up or break something. So, if you're a single pilot operation, you have VNAV, it's probably not nearly as bad, but, setting everything yourself, single pilot, it's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it would be nice to bring someone with you to help do this arrival because it's really busy. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, we're coming up on Bucko. There we go, she just switched to Duran, so now we need to set it down to 270. Oh, come on. 270. And hit flight level change, we'll finish it out in a second, and pull the power back, and we'll descend it like 280 knots. Give or take. There we go, 280 on the dot. Okay, so we're set with that. We're descending. As I said before, previously flying this plane, it does not have an auto throttle. That's what kind of makes it a challenge, is the fact that you really have to watch your speed. If you're in a descent, you need to pull your power back or you'll overspeed. But you have to watch it. You have to be looking at it when you level out, because if you're not paying attention, you level out, your power's pulled back, and next thing you know, you're in a stall. So you have to watch it. Same thing for climb. You're in climb power. You're messing around and not paying attention, the plane levels out, next thing you know, you're overspeeding. So it most definitely is a challenge to watch. You really just have to watch the plane a lot. All right, coming up on 270 for Duran, and next one is Honor. We need Honor at 240, 280 knots. So 3 nautical miles outside of Duran. Go ahead and pull it down to 240. 25. 2.4, there we go. You see the speed's already starting to drop off because I had the power pull back a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and hit flight level change. There we go. And we're going to increase our speed to 280, so it's going to drop the nose a little bit more for that as well. Pull the power back, and she'll drop the nose to compensate. And she's going to drop it pretty steep because we're wanting to increase speed to 280 from 265, so she'll you know, climb up to 280 really fast, and then it should start to lessen the descent just a bit. You can see we're about 277. All right, and we are 10 nautical miles outside of Honor. Next one after that is Bravery at 220. Bravery at 220, there we go. All right, let's get the throttle back open. We're a little bit slow. A lot of throttle work in this plane. It really is back and forth on this kind of descent. Even, you know, honestly, even with the VNAV, you would still have to really kind of watch your throttle, because I don't think it'd be a steady rate the entire way. All right, there we are, back up to 280. Man, this wind is just like really gusting and blowing us around. All right, so here we are coming up on Honor, 5 nautical miles out. And let's see, Bravery at 220, so let's go ahead and get that set. We'll keep 280 for that. There we go, 220, let's hit flight level change, pull the power back. And here we go, once again, on our way down. We'll do 280 again. All right, we'll keep 280 through Courage and Pledge, and we will Endeavor. So we got a ways at 280. All right, we're at 220. Good with that. Next one after Bravery is Courage at 200. We'll have to keep our eye on that one as soon as we get by Bravery. Is 11 nautical miles. Some of these are pretty quick changes. I mean, between We Will and Endeavor is only 6 nautical miles, 14,000 to 12,000 feet. So there is a lot going on for sure. Let's get the throttle back up as we level out. And man, we're just getting bumped around a lot. That's crazy. For sure. I didn't check the turbulence on Sky Vector today. I guess I should have. I just saw the weather was clear and I was like, it'll be alright. Those clear days will get you for the chop, for sure. Alright, 4 nautical miles out. Let's go ahead and set 200. There we go. Coming up on 280 knots. All right, let's go ahead and hit a flight level change once again and pull the power back. And she'll lower the nose. It's a really cool system how it works. It really is, but it will flat out get you if you are not paying attention. All right, looking for 200, 280 knots. A little bit slow. That's all right. We're fine. They have to cut us some slack since we don't have an auto throttle, right? All right, coming by Courage at 200, 280 knots. Next one is Pledge at 15,000, 280 knots. All right, 5 out of Courage. Let's go ahead and set our altitude for 15,000 now. on down. Oh, that bumping around doesn't help when you're trying to set these numbers. All right, 15,000. 15,000 at 280 knots. All right, once again, let's hit flight level change. Pull the power back. There we go. A little bit slow on this one. We'll raise it up just a tad. She'll lower the nose to compensate. We'll keep a little power in it this time. We're 17 nautical miles out, or actually not now, we're 15, but there's 17 nautical miles between those waypoints. One of the wider spaced sets of points. All right, through 18,000 feet, let's hit local altimeter. No, it's not doing anything. There we go, 3032 looks like. All right, coming up on 17,000 feet, everything's looking good. All right, next waypoint. All right, we're coming up on pledge, 15,280 knots. Next one is We Will, 14,000 feet, 280, 12 nautical miles out. All right, starting to level out, so let's open the throttle back up. 6 nautical miles outside of pledge. All right, We Will, let's see, next is We Will at 14K, so. All right, we're 5 out, so let's go ahead and sit 14K. And as soon as we pass pledge, we'll start flight level change again. Like I said, it's a lot of work. This approach is a lot of work. They have a ton of waypoints. I don't know why there's like so many. It seems like you could take some out and have a larger distance, but the same altitudes. You know, it would pan out in the you know, in the end it would all pan out, but I don't know. All right, let's we're passing our waypoint pledge. Let's go ahead and hit flight level change and pull power back all the way back so we can go in and get down, because we only have 12 miles on this one, and then between We Will and Never is 6 nautical miles or 2,000 feet. All right, so far so good. Should be seeing Dulles not too far from now. Could see it out there. I don't see it yet. All right, we leveled out. I'm gonna go ahead and set 12,000 for Never, because these are really close together, so we'll have to be on top of it for this one. 281 knots, looking good there. I think we're still about, let's see, 17, about 25 nautical miles outside of Dulles right now where we cross over. They're coming up on We Will, 3 nautical miles. Everything's looking good. 276 knots. We'll push the throttle open just a little bit. It says for this approach, the Freedom 5 turbojets only, turboprops as assigned by ATC only. It's not for everyone. All right, we're by we will. Let's hit a flight level change. Pull the throttle back. And we're going to dive bomb this one down to 12,000 feet. And 5 nautical miles. Coming up on 4 now. This is a steep one. This one is really, really close. All right, I see Dulles straight ahead. You can see it out there on the horizon. You can see the runway, one of the runways. All right, coming up on 12,000. Fixing to hit Never. After Never, we got Forget. It's 250 knots, 11,000 feet. We'll keep the power back so we can go ahead and slow up for that. Forget at 11,250 feet. I think I said Never. All right, let's go ahead and roll this down to 11,000 feet. And a full flight level change. Keep the power back. Down to 11K. There we go. All right, September 11, or SEPI. I guess they would call it SEPI. I don't know if they call it SEP 11. 10,000 feet, 250 knots, another 1,000 feet, and 5 nautical miles. So, all right, we're leveling out at 11. A little bit slow, just a tad. Man, this wind is just crazy. It is really choppy today. It wasn't as bad earlier when my first attempt today. It was actually a pretty nice ride. Not today though at all. Let's go ahead and set this for 10K. All right, let's go ahead and hit a flight level change. Pull the power back. Let her do her thing. There we go. 252 knots. Hair fast. There's Dulles directly ahead. We'll pass over Dulles about 8,000 feet. It's really cool. Between 10 and 8, somewhere in there. And you know, it's easy to forget, like, you don't realize what busy airspace this is in Washington because you have Dulles, you have Reagan, you have Andrews. You know, when you think of like packed airspace, you know, it's easy to think about like New York with LaGuardia, JFK, Peterborough, and Newark. But Washington's pretty crowded as well. And that doesn't include like overflights for Boston and Baltimore and everything else, you know, so it's definitely, most definitely a really crowded airspace. All right, we need to look at always at 10,000 feet. All right, so we stay at 10,000 feet for always. And then after that, for freedom, we need to be at 8,240 knots. Coming up on always. Freedom, we're gonna go ahead and keep 240 knots here, I think. We're gonna keep, yeah, there's not a speed constraint on always, so we'll slow up to 240. And be ready for freedom here in just a second. In fact, let's go ahead and set our altitude for 8K. There we go. And we're coming up on freedom, so let's go ahead and hit flight level change and pull the power back. And there we go, we're down again, once again. Let's go ahead and get landing lights as well, get those going. And there's Dulles. Every time I think of Dulles, I think of Die Hard 2. Good movie, really enjoyed that one. I think it was Dulles, right? It was Dulles where that was supposed to take place. All right, 5 nautical miles outside of freedom. This is our last. Now, we got to start thinking about our river visual approach. We need to hit Fergie at 3,000 feet. That'll be the DCA 10 DME arc. And then we'll hit the 6 DME at 1,800, the 4 at 1,500, the 3 at 900, and then we'll land. So we got a lot of stuff to kind of start thinking about here. Ooh, a little laggy here. A little bit of lag, little stutters coming over Dulles here just for a second. So what we'll probably do is keep the speed back a little bit, honestly. Let the plane slow up to about 230. Alright, we're making our turn at Freedom. This is a transition between northward flow and southward flow. We're going to do southward flow. There's a river directly ahead. So we'll follow along, we'll fly by stand, no constraints assigned to it, together. And then Fergie will be our point where we'll go visual, we'll go the visual approach. And I think at that point, we need to go ahead and start heading down even more. We'll head down to 7,000. Light level change. Zoom this in just a tad real quick. There we go. Much better. Much better. Alright, we'll escape. Going down to 6K. Take it down to 6. Actually, we'll take it down to 5. We'll do 5. There we go. Alright, heading down to 5,000. We get down here about to the rivers where we'll have to be at 3K. So we got to get on down. Going to set that for 3K, and let's pull the let's pop the speed brakes out, increase our descent just a little bit here. There we go. All right, we're coming on down now. Alright, through 5. Coming up on 4. Ooh, big lag there, big lag. I don't know why I'm getting this lag this evening. Didn't have that earlier. Today, didn't have it earlier. Alright, let's put the speed brake back up. There we go. Alright, coming up on together, and then we'll make our turn towards Fergie, and that's where we'll start our visual approach. We'll have to start watching our DME at that point after Fergie. Now the cool thing is we got the RNAV approach in for 1.9 as well, so it has this point Derrick here, which is basically between the 6 and the 10 DME. Go ahead and get our speed back some more. Alright, pull our speed way on back. So we're kind of following along with the RNAV approach as a backup. And basically right up here is going to be the field. It's not very far at all. Alright, let's go ahead and get some approach flaps with that real quick. And we'll hit the autopilot. And we'll fly this by hand. We'll do it by hand the rest of the way. We'll follow along the river as best we can. Alright, so we need to be at 1,800 feet before Grays. A little bit before Grays coming up here. Coming up on, let's see, Derrick right now. A little bumpy, even down this low. We're getting bumped around just a tad. Just a tad, not major, but. All right, see, I think that's runway 15 straight ahead. We're not landing on 15 though. We're going for 19. River Visual to 19. This is it. All right, let's go ahead and get gear and full flaps. We're only about 6 miles out. Not that far at all. All right, coming up on Grays through 1,600 feet. Setok, we need to be at 1,500 feet, and we're already there. We're descending a little bit more than we should. Going to aim for 125 knots for our approach speed here. We get by the DCA 3 arc or the Key Bridge up here, which is this next bridge that you see here. We need to be at 900 feet for that one. Got some weirdness in the scenery down there. It's like the, what is that, the Georgetown Reservoir maybe? All right, got full flaps, 3 green. Coming up on 900 feet. Then after Key Bridge, we got Roosevelt, Memorial, and Rochambeau Bridge. All right, coming up on 900 feet. That's where we should be. About the Key Bridge there is 900 feet. And we're hitting 900 now. Good job. All right. 125 knots. Looking good. We'll keep our speed up since we're kind of maneuvering around so much through here. We're going to keep the speed up just a little bit. I'd rather maneuver at 125 than 112. We'll pull the throttle back as we start to get on short final there. All right, we'll make our turn here. All right, we're on the slope. There we go. I see it. Red over white. A little bit slow though. We're 112 knots now. We're gonna push it back up just a tad. Just a hair. All right, double check. Gear down, 3 green. A little bit high. Full speed back. Coming up on Rochambeau Bridge here. Still a little bit high. It's like the Kaitak heart attack in a way. And the post is blocking my view there. What is it? All right, there we are. We're on it. $115, 114 knots, not bad. There we go. Runway's all lit up for us. Beautiful, beautiful view. Nice approach. A lot of fun. I could imagine doing this in a bigger plane. I don't know how big the aircraft are that they fly into here, but this seems big enough to me. Oof, bumpy. Bumpy for sure. All right, let's pull the throttle on back, coming over the threshold, 110 knots. Oh, what was that? Holy crap. And we'll float a little bit. There we go, we're down. We are down. Welcome to Reagan National, Washington, D.C. That was the River Visual Approach runway 19. Like I said, if you're familiar with visual approaches, that's one of the top ones. They got a few good ones in the JFK and LaGuardia as well, but this ranks way up there with them. I think there's a good one into Portland too. I think they have their own river visual. All right, let's taxi to general aviation. That's going to be down here just about straight ahead where you see those three or four, looks like hangars or something. Actually, you know what? Let's do something. Let's stop real quick. Hop in the plane. We got some things to take care of. Let's get landing lights off. We'll do taxi on, nav off, strobe on, and I think we're good with that. We're not going to mess with anything else. All right, knock the brakes off. Open the throttle. Get rolling again here. If we had this number 2 guy, he could have taken care of all that. Things would clear the runway. Reagan National, what a fun approach. That's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of stuff going on. You know, for me, it's on the verge of being task saturated, you know, especially some of those shorter spaced waypoints. VNAV would make all the difference in the world, then you wouldn't have to worry about that stuff. So yeah, let's keep taxiing on around here. There's a private aircraft sitting over here. We'll just circle around and park it, and that'll be it. Plane loves taxi. Just a little bit of throttle will get you going. Here we are, GA, General Aviation. Roll up in our corporate jet. Get our speed back a little bit, and let's see, we don't have anyone parking us, so we're just about to do it on our own now. There we go. Welcome to Reagan, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. That approach was a lot of fun. If you haven't done it, I would give it a try. You know, if you're not sure about it, try it in a prop. Try it in a Cessna. You know, I mean, you know, get your feet wet and see what it's like. It's a lot of fun in the Citation, though. It sure is. Anyway, if you did like, please remember to subscribe. Hit that like button, ring the bell, get notifications, leave a comment, all that stuff. It is greatly appreciated. Like I said, I appreciate all the support that I get. It really means a lot. And with all that said, we will catch you guys in the air next time. Peace.